I just want to spend a second on the software because you're a real software
Mm-hmm.
guy. And that's one thing that I think is so interesting. Like Apple, 90 or 10% market share, 90% of the profits. Who tried to replicate their software like magic je ne sais quoi of the iPhone?
Mm-hmm.
Google, the world's #1 software
Right.
company with Android. And after 15 years of doing it, they still can't do it. And iPhone
Right.
still has the iron grip on that software UI magic. So I see Tesla developing that same like kind of je ne sais quoi Apple-esque software UI magic that changes the user experience and gets you so hooked and is why everyone's so brand loyal. And so I'm like, okay, if Google couldn't do that to Apple, couldn't catch up to Apple, you think Ford's going to catch up to Tesla? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this, it just isn't, like I saw a bunch of videos of like the ID 4 touchscreen, I think. And you look at this and you play with it for 1 second. It's like, dude, this is like this is like a joke. And I even remember I went into like the Mach-E touchscreen. It was technically not, I wasn't supposed to film and like it was still a super beta, but even that was just so like, they have like the weird button in the middle. But I don't know, I'm kind of curious as a software guy, how you think about how that core competency is now, used to be nothing with software and now it's everything with software if you're GM or Ford.
Right. So, I mean, this is really part of the whole kind of software eats the world thing that Marc Andreessen of Andreessen Horowitz really kind of came up with. He said, software is eating the world, which really means like software companies are taking over every industry. And really kind of the underlying economic reality here is that if your business is not a software business, it's not going to survive because every business needs to be a software business. And that is really what the legacy automakers are struggling with. These are guys who know how to make hardware. And now all of the value in a car is not going to be in the hardware. The hardware is essentially going to be commoditized to almost no earnings potential. And all the value is going to be in the software. And I think it's really interesting when you look at the smartphone market, because Android actually has, you know, a lot more of an installed base than iOS does. But Apple has managed to capture the majority of the profit share of the market by delivering a really great integrated product. So you can, you know, make a ton of Android phones, but Apple is still able to capture the lion's share of the profit in the market by really making a great product and really, you know, catching that high end of the market where people are really spending money. And I think you could see some similar dynamics happen in the EV software space, and even see a lot of licensing of like FSD and other technologies to other automakers.